We have with us in the studio sports analyst Carlo Pamintuan, of course, fresh from Macau as well. Welcome to Sports Desk.
Thank you.
Welcome back. Suki na yan.
Okay,
All right, Carlo, you were there. From your eyes, there was a lot of questions first. There was a lot of questions. Does Manny still have the speed? Does Manny still have the punching power?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
If you watch him train, I mean, KK Ng was there, one of the popular fighters of Macau. You had Zhou Shiming there. And if you're Manny Pacquiao, you're in between the weight divisions of both those guys. The one who was lighter, Zhou Shiming, should be faster than you, and the one who's heavier than you should punch harder. It was not the case. I mean, Manny was faster than the lightweight, and he was more powerful than the welterweight, I mean the super welterweight. So for me, if you're asking, is Manny Pacquiao still the same fighter? Oh, he's not. He has aged a bit, but he's still the best at what he does.
with Manny being about 5 years older than Algieri, but Algieri was on the run from the first round. I mean, this guy, I don't know what kind of legwork he did, but I guess it paid off. He lasted 12 rounds, but he was running backwards, he was dodging sideways, he was bobbing and weaving, and he still got clipped 6 times.
Well, 6 times at the ground, anyway.
Yeah, there you go.
My eyes are actually still tired because I had to follow Algieri around the ring. He was stretching his legs before the fight, which was weird because boxers usually hit the mitts before walking out of their dugout. But he was stretching his legs, so he was ready for this.
That was the game plan.
Exactly. That was his mentality going into the fight. And I think his trainer, Tim Lane, also talked to him about it. In the first 10 rounds, you run around the ring, hope that Manny gets a cramp, which was an issue in his past fights, and then hopefully, knock him out in the 10th or 11th round. As he was saying that in the HBO broadcast, he was knocked down silly in the 9th round. So it says that Manny Pacquiao is not in the same condition as he was maybe 5 years ago, but he's still the best fighter around.
Right. So what's that saying about his longevity? We're talking about Pacquiao, who has been in the the top fighter. Sorry, Floyd. The top fighter for what? Almost a decade.
Yeah.
Almost a decade now. And what does it say about his longevity? Because we saw in the very beginning, I was talking to Freddie Roach about this before they left for Macau, that he kind of changed as a fighter as he went up and up and up in weight class. But now you can't really teach him new things. Yeah. But there still is a little bit of, what can he add? What does it say about his, not just his longevity, but his conditioning at his advanced age for a boxer?
I think his longevity is a testament to how he prepares himself for the fight. I mean, when he trains like no other. When Freddie Roach has do 8 rounds of mitts, Manny wants to do 10. When Freddie Roach has 10 minutes of jumping rope, Manny wants to do 15. So it's always him pushing himself to the limit, to whatever he can accomplish. Now, I think the knockout loss to Marquez actually changed Manny Pacquiao because now he's trying not to get hit anymore as much. Because the Manny Pacquiao of 5 years ago would willingly take 3 punches to the head directly so he can throw 1. Yeah. Now it's not the same. He's more economical with his punches. He still throws a lot, but he does not place himself in the position that he could get hurt.
We talked about this really quickly since you mentioned the Marquez fight. You said that what you saw in Macau in this fight, you enjoyed it as much as that Marquez Pacquiao 4. Yeah. When Manny did get knocked out.
Yeah. People are talking about Manny Pacquiao's knockout drought, not since 2009, right? Against
5-year drought. Yeah.
Against Cotto. The problem with that line of thinking is Manny Pacquiao, in that stretch, only fought 1 fighter who was willing to fight him, really fight him. Okay, 2. Antonio Margarito and Juan Manuel Marquez. Margarito actually fought him hard, but Manny could not knock him out because he was too big. And he was a super welterweight. And then he struggled against Marquez in their 3rd fight and then lost to him in their 6th. After that, if you look at the list of fighters he fought, it's Clottey, it's Bradley, it's Mosley, it's Rios. All of those fighters ran. Yeah. So how would you get a knockout against fighters who did not want to fight? And even Cotto ran away in the latter half of that fight. So instead of blaming Manny for not knocking out, I think we should just match him better with fighters who would actually fight him.
But that's
see,
a
the
question.
problem is there aren't a lot of fighters
Left.
One in particular that they just don't want to fight him.
Yeah.
So what does Manny do next?
What does Manny do next? Well, of course, if you're Manny Pacquiao, you want that fight.
Yeah.
Whatever people say, you want Floyd Mayweather because of many things. Because it's what, a 40, 50 million
Might be more.
payday.
Yeah.
Probably more.
Well, that's money you won't get from 2 fights with anyone else, right? And then for your career, for your legacy, even if you lose to Floyd Mayweather, the fact that you actually fought the best of your era is something. I mean, Frazier lost to Ali, but just because they fought, it's something special for the both of them.
Okay, that is going to be our Twitter topic of the night. But before that, how about Chris Algieri?
Yeah.
Looking at this fight, okay, he didn't get knocked out, but he did see the camera 6 times.
Yeah.
But what is next for him? I mean, he is a quality fighter,
Yep.
maybe not a great
Yep.
fighter, but he's a decent fighter, especially at this weight class. And where do you see him going next?
I see him ditching his trainer to start with because there were no
That strategy did not work.
there were no instructions whatsoever coming from that corner. None. Even Freddie Roach was saying that it wasn't like any boxing corner he's ever seen. But for Algieri, he's a young 30-year-old.
Yeah.
He's a fresh 30-year-old. It's not the same as Manny when he was 30 because Manny has been all through many fights that were long and hard. And right now, Algieri should just, I think, fight Provodnikov again. I think Provodnikov
Okay.
wants to get even because, well, he took the big payday away from the Russian, and I think that's the next best step for him.
Is it possible though to have a Bradley versus Algieri fight? Because even before the fight,
Yeah, he was-
Algieri was saying, "Oh, I'm faster than Bradley."
Yeah.
Bradley watched the video.
Will that be something that people will be interested in? Algieri
I think
Bradley
so.
fight?
I think so. Will it sell as much? Well, it's not a fight that, Manny Pacquiao fans would want to watch
Yeah.
because there are two boxers. But it makes sense. It makes sense because they're two of the top contenders now in the welterweight division. So, yeah, why not?
All right. So, well, how about for our Twitter topic of the night? We want to know, who do you think Manny Pacquiao should fight next if
Big if.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. ducks again?
He's going to fight me?
He's gonna fight me.
Let us know via Twitter at GNRPino, at CheckLit, at SportsDeskPH, and we will read some replies later on in the program.
I think he should fight Danny Garcia.
Okay, that's what Freddie Roach said.
It's the best option for him. He's the biggest name in the light welterweight division. It's the best option out there. Ruslan Provodnikov is a good fighter, but he's coming off a loss, and he's trained by Freddie Roach.
Yes. So no Amir Khan for you.
I don't think so.
Marquez.
Marquez is never going to fight
Yeah.
Pacquiao. Again.
He already got his title.
Yep.
He shouldn't. But you know what's really interesting? I know we're running out of time again, but when I was in London, I was talking to some of the sportscasters there, the boxing the boxing writers, and they all said that if we were to fight Amir Khan, that Manny would knock him out in about in the first round.
And you were in London.
Yeah,
Where Amir Khan
where Amir Khan is from. No, that's why I'm saying it, because these are the guys who root for
Exactly.
him, and they said no way Amir Khan's gonna last more than one round with Manny Pacquiao. So that's out.
Because they watched what Manny Pacquiao did with the last British fighter that he fought.
Oh, Hatton just did not know what hit him. All right, well, Rich, you have an offer that you you had an
Off air,
offer.
we were talking about if Manny wanted to step into my weight at 95 kilos in MMA, then maybe I would consider the fight. But
95,
yeah, 95.
He's
But
a-
it has to be MMA rules.
MMA rules.
And we start on the ground.
So you start on the ground.
No striking it. No.
No striking.
I'll give him top position. Like, I'll give him whatever position he wants, as long as we start on the ground.
Let's not put any ideas in Manny's head. He's already a professional basketball player, coach,
He's a congressman.
congressman, and everybody.
He can't deal with the case.
I don't know if he can deal with MMA right now.